Hello guys, and welcome to a new episode. As you have seen, I'm coming back to this with YouTube after probably a very long break. I'm not even sure if you guys remember me at all. My YouTube channel wasn't at all big. But I'm back doing it either way because I find it fun. And today I'm actually going to showcase a game. I have been playing this a lot actually. I played it before its 1.0 release, which you may have seen here. It does have a lot of things unlocked for me. If I remember right, when I started to play, I basically just have the danger zones enabled. But being honest, I really like this game. I find it fun a lot and have played it from and then for a bit. I'm actually wanna do a special build and just showcase it a bit maybe and just have fun. Because in the end of the days, I haven't played that much of Mayhem yet because I'm still getting back into the game, basically, but I have actually a fun thing. Maybe if you guys like this a lot, maybe I'm going to do some of the daily trial and to showcase, or daily challenge, I mean. Because either way, it's very fun to play, and it makes, this is new to me, not totally new. I played with it a bit yesterday on my own, but it forces you to test new game mechanics and like weapon builds you normally don't do. But yeah. Oh damn, I made one error here. Okay, abort one. I put one thing on. I don't want the draft because the draft makes you jump into the game with 35 levels. But either way, this is more or less it. Not the vanilla run, because the vanilla run it doesn't have these hard enemies in the beginning. When you're starting out, it's a lot easier. But I am doing a new bullet I tested it out, or like it's mostly a different weapon. The flag on this game can become really broken if you play it right. Actually. Damn. It's really... if you're like me and doesn't have that much of an attention span, it can get hard because I wanna maximize experience and bullet it up a lot. Actually, the shields. I have been playing a lot with the... I'm not sure what it's called right now, but I think... yeah, the Halo effect. This actually becomes pretty good because then for maximize experience, I'm like this. I'm always trying to meet max every game I play. It's can get really annoying in one way because in some games like Stardew Valley, it's not really meant to meet max, but is me. But this run I'm going to try to show you a bit of an mechanic build, so to say. And this is so nice because the shield can just take care of these small enemies. I do not even need to care about them, basically. This can be tricky if I wanna go with the drones directly or the mines, because of targeting. Targeting with the flag is actually really good. I'm going to showcase this. I don't really have a name for my bullet. I'm not even sure if I'm the first one to bullet these bullets even at all. Or ally. I'm definitely gonna take this. Oh damn. Damn. This boss can be a bit tricky if you... Yeah. Because he spawns a lot of enemies too. And it can be hard to try to get closer to him with the Sharpenelle, especially. No, fuck. This is not good. Yeah. He's basically like to move around a lot. But often the first boss is really easy. Yeah, I already got one really good thing I like. This can be hard for one thing though. The double tap is really good with the flag. But it makes you fire rate a lot slower. Even though it have your rate of fire go up. But if you see here, you see, like, it's a slowdown. But I do have an... shoot 2 times. I do have a burst fire, which is really good. The burst, the fire, and the double tap is really good if you are doing a missile build. Because it doubles your... I am gonna showcase it at one on, actually. Definitely. Now I'm wondering, should I do, because I got the allies, I don't have that much to... the shield effect could be good though for the extra shield effect radius and shield effect power. That's basically going to make it the Halo stronger. I'm actually gonna do that. I'm having a hard time to focus on just one thing. If I see anything that I find so good, I wanna do it directly. I'm definitely gonna take the ally specialist, or should maybe... The targeting is good with this, with the flag. I do generally find it that the more double taps and shit like that you have, the better. Because you see that even though the flag does basically have little damage per shot, it's actually with targeting and some other builds, if you can get Incendiary Strike, that's really good. And I'm going to try to show it. I'm definitely gonna take the Revelations, actually. That's actually going to help me a bit. Because if I can get a good wild... Yeah, like you see now, every wild mod is gained 3 times, now once, for 1 time, so to say. Except the wild mods that you can only take once. I'm actually going to take this for the extra shield aura. Because this shield is actually pretty decent in damage-wise. Oh, and the galvanic burst is actually going to help a lot about this. Because the galvanic burst, it buffs my shield power, or shield effect power, which are going to burst, like, give me 15% more damage with my Halo. Which make it up to almost 140 damage with just these 3 upgrades. And it's also, if I get hit, is going to do a galvanic burst. You see, basically I don't need to do anything right now more than just wait around a bit. These guys I wanna take out. Yeah, you see that lightning, that's my galvanic burst. The burn damage, I'm going to retreat. I'm gonna take this velocity. Because there is gonna buff my damage a lot. And if I can get an Incendiary strike and then burn damage on top of that, is it going to do like a pretty good amount of burn on the enemy shots. I can mostly just one tap these guys right now. Hidden power. Your weapon has no effect. Nah. I wonder though if calibrate is a good thing right now. What I could do is snipe, because it is going to buff my damage getting up, or I could blast radius. Because with blast radius is going to make that my weapons does a little bit of blast damage, even though on impact, even though it doesn't really have explosive. I'm actually going to do that right now. And just try to get this up a bit. Oh damn, is this enemy? This enemy is actually our boss, can be a bit tricky to get a hold on. But because he does a lot of area effect. Like these missiles that you more or less needs to, yeah. No, because I have already taken 2 of its weak points. Normally it's 4 of these lightning things. Now it's only 1. And it does a lot of extra damage on him too. Fuck. I wanted to get more damage on top of him. But that's going to be a bit harder. And this area of effects is half too, just because I have taken 2 of these red weak points, and now it's going to do even less later. And even less. This is... Damn. Yeah. That didn't went good. I'm just going to reset it quickly and try to bullet me up a bit. These enemies here, I would recommend you to focus on the red ones, because they go off screen after they have shot. Which means if you don't take them out quickly, you're going to lose out on experience. If they are not the laser things. The laser things are just annoying as fuck. Because they do a lot of damage. Which means that the faster you kill them, the less damage they're going to do. Yeah. Like, now they went off screen. But the cargo ship is actually good amount of damage, or like experience, which you're going to lose out on. I'm not sure which gains with the game more experience there. I'm not sure, but I think I'm going to take targeting actually. Because the targeting is going to make so I don't need to aim as much. And with so many flags that are going to get shots, it's actually good with the damage. Or the guiding system. The more shots I get off into with this, the more damage I'm going to do. Because these guys, the flag got little damage, but what is it called? little damage per shot, but with a lot of damage is actually going to do a lot. The more hits, the more damage, of course. So this guy is down, and that one down. Guidance right there. This is a can be semi-bad taking it too early, but I think it's good for the build right now. Okay, so it's these guys. Okay. I didn't take a lot of them. An ally is good though, because he's going to make... They are doing a lot of, convergence is actually really good. And with the flag, it's making so, double added projectiles gained from upgrade. Which means, with the convergence, I'm going to get 4 projectiles instead of 2. And it improves my targeting. I'm doing the shield, going around a bit. Making some damage like this is actually decently good. Right now, my weakest point is that I don't have an ally or something like this, which means I need to play better. The ally is, I'm actually going to take an ally right now because I need them. If I can get a chain Now I got a chain reaction on them, that's really good for me. The shields on them is actually decently hard. I'm not sure if I should... It's either the outrage model or double tap. I'm actually going to take the double tap right now. Yeah. The allies is actually... They are going to... do more damage than you think, especially if you get I'm going to take the rate of fire, because it is going to give me more balls damage too. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. With the interceptor, they are named. I mean, no, they are going to shoot my own shots too, which are going to make this pretty strong. Yeah. You're seeing now I'm starting to a little bit. This is actually... I'm feeling I'm in a pretty good spot right now. This mod, I actually tend to like it a lot. I'm normally taking it whenever I can. But I think I'm having a bit of bad... I need to pause at my damage better. But I don't like any of these upgrades actually. What I could do is the mines and try to get loaded mines, because then they're going to do more damage for me. Because then they are just going to shoot my own targets. Not sure what I want to do right now. It's probably the... Actually take the blast radius and the balls fire. That will have a balls have put my damage up pretty significantly. I'm gonna summon a challenger. He's not really a bad Discord. No thought about it. Because right now with Discord is for every while the mob or mods, I'm going to get more damage. Because they are going to protect from projectiles and things like that, which makes it decently good. I'm not moving around much. The Death Blossom is good, but I'm not planning on losing my shield that much. Actually, take that one. I'm going to do like this. Because now I'm going to be in his weakest point. This boss I like a lot. Because it's easy to take out. Yeah. He didn't even get into his second phase though. Which makes my life a lot easier. The explosive is not. I'm probably going to take the shield effects. Because right now I'm doing a lot of damage also through, or like the thing of my projectiles is actually going a lot further than you think with the velocity upgrades. Is either the concentrated blast or the maelstrom. The maelstrom is going to protect me further in, I think, and is pretty rare. Which makes me happier. The less damage I need to take care about is the better for me. The homing strike is actually going to do better for me here. Because now I don't need to care about much which way I'm shooting at. I also can shoot like a fucking crazy bastard, which is better for me. I'm going to take him out. That's gonna lose my shields, but it doesn't matter that much right now. The warpath is good, but I think the drones is going to help him out a bit more. Try to always be behind this guy. Yeah. My damage is pretty good. I'm going to take the polar invasion because it added blast radius that could actually be decently good. Because I'm going to take the concentrated blast later on, which actually are pretty good. Damn. So I do not wanna get stuck in the Maelstrom because it is going to eat my shield. Like the fucking Cookie Monster. And now we just need to wait around a bit. Now the boss is coming and this motherfucker. He's really bad for me because I'm not going to be able... I wanna stay away from him. But because my... homing strike is easier, I can just sit down there and shoot at him. Yeah. My damage is basically what's saving me this whole time. The calibrate is not that good because I'm shooting a lot. The kinetic boost is not going to help me a lot. I'm gonna reroll and I'm getting Scorching Awake. That could... or if I do... the shield durability could actually help me out a bit. To survive, because one in the later game, shield durability is going to be one of the major problems, or like being alive. And that's going to help me a lot with staying alive. Minefield doesn't really matter. I'm probably going to take that one. And try to dodge and weave a bit. Now I also can fly around a bit like a madman. And now maybe the global speed to damage upgrade would be better for me. And this guy. I also got into his spawn, of course I did. Try to keep it to his lower right, so to here, because then you can avoid a lot of damage. Yeah, exactly. Load the mine does just another thing right there. Because right now my mines is going to... if you check that out, is going to... yeah. Send out my own flag around him. Have I already taken it? No, I don't see that I have taken Concentrated Blast. Because it is going to buff my damage a lot. But make a lower blast radius. But the blast radius is not that important for me because I rather wanna have the damage. And because of the polar invasion or polar thing, I can still take high blast radius and I would still get more blast radius than before, even if I take Concentrated Blast. I do not care that much. I probably need more damage overall. Now, the thing that are going to make it a bit harder for me is that I'm going to have a little damage. Yeah, Barrier is really good. Because if I think this does have a cooldown though, but if I hit that does more than 25 damage, hits me, is it not going to do any damage. Which are going to save my ass a bit. I don't need to be as scared for things later on. Yeah. My small interceptors is doing a lot of damage for me. Take the Revelation. I probably just can take these guys out with my shields. So with this build, when you get to 1 point, is it get really easy because you don't need to do that much, and I'm right there now. So yeah, basically I can just focus on probably a solo drone, because then I don't need these guys following me around. This is a boss. And he's semi-easy, if you know what you're doing. He's going to do a lot of... he doesn't do that much things around him more than launching the torpedo things. But with high damage that we have, we don't need to really care a lot. Yeah. The Scorching Ray could be pretty good, but I'm rather than have Snipe. I think they also have changed Snipe, because if I remember right, it was the more further away the damage was from you, like the further away it was from the ship, it did more damage. But now it depends on how far it have traveled. So he's taken care of, and most things get annihilated. The payload, maybe. The payload is going to have a pretty good synergy with the Incendiary Strike and Snipe. Mostly because the flag is becoming smaller and then disappears when it's really small. With the projectile size, is not going to be such as a problem. Is going to kept open longer. Most things is really easily done, taken care of. And if I just can keep myself at this rate here, I'm not going to take much damage. This case is really slow. And pretty easy to take care of. Is it them? The Splint is actually going to do pretty good. The short shot is also pretty good for my build. I have played around a bit with that. I'm going to take a Splinter because the more projectiles I can have, the happier I am. I'm more or less taking care of most guys pretty easily. It's probably the bosses that's going to be my problem, or if we are gaining a lot of enemies. This is actually, I have had pretty lucky with this build actually. I gained things that are actually pretty good. This guy can be a bit of a pain in the ass. Because a lot of you do a lot of projectiles, but right now he's not that big of a problem for me because my damage is decently high. I also don't need to get stuck in his things here. Because, yeah, if I'm unlucky, you can sometimes get stuck in front of him. So he also keep doing damage on you. Like that, and that could have been a pretty bad hit. Yeah. This is actually pretty good. But Incendiary Strike though is really good too. I'm actually going to do this because now I'm going to have even more, yeah. All of these small bots are going to explode when they die. And they also do like this. And they also be a nuisance to the enemy. They are not doing that much damage, but I like them because they so good damage for me. And do blast damage too. Because the more projectiles that they can suck up and take damage for me, I'm glad. I'm probably going to take Ally Specialist right now. There's a lot of things going on. Sometimes it can get a bit overwhelming. Not going to lie. And it doesn't help that I have like 3,000 drones going around trying to kill stuff too. So yeah. I wonder though 30% of that there's going to be like 15, so 65 for the less of fire, but my double tap is going to neglect that a lot. And the blast radius is decently good too. Especially with my smaller guys also going around doing projectile like blast radius. Now the enemies is getting stronger and stronger though. Yeah. Most of the stuff I don't really need to care about. My little swarm of drones is doing the most of the heavy lifting for me. I also need to stay away. Oh, this boss. This boss can be a bit tricky for me actually. Mostly because he's a pain in the ass and he's everywhere and doing decent amount of damage. I think Defiance, no. If I could get an Incendiary Strike, that would be pretty good, or the Scorching Wake is actually going to do decently amount of damage on him, actually. Or the Concentrated Blast too. But that's not going to buff my damage though, that much. Can I get an Incendiary Strike, please? The siege weapon is not that... The warpath is not going to help him in this boss fight. Am I not going to get an... Yeah. This is actually going to buff my damage to a decent level with this guy. Because yeah, you see that he's basically everywhere. Oh, he's going from this side, and normally he's going on the other side for me. Yeah. Because this guy is doing a lot of projectiles and is decently doing decently good amount of damage too. I do not wanna get hit, please. No! I dodged right into that. I literally dodged right into that. That's a bummer. Not going to lie. But yeah. This was basically the Thronemaster build. Oh, I'm not sure if it's named that. I'm actually just making it up right now. But yeah, we are going to a lot of time, so I'm actually going to cut it here. And let's hear from you guys what you think about this game. And yeah, have a good day, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this kind of content.